So it's late in the afternoon, nearly evening. I've already had my dinner and I thought I'd just come out and do a little bit more welding on this truck cab. So what I'm going to do is start doing this back section here. Put a few G-clamps on and I'll just use the MIG and spot weld it all on. We'll see how this goes. Well, that might do me for tonight. I mean, I've got a bit welded. It ain't pretty, but this material here is quite hard to weld. And if you've been following me for a while, you would have seen that when I built this body. I've probably used the wrong material, but well, it is what it is. And you know what that means? Well, it is what it is until it isn't. So all up there's done. It's a bit too late to fire up the grinder now. I'd love to just grind that all back and have it all looking a bit better than that. But I'll have to do that another day. What I'll do here is put a little fill-in piece. I might just come up to here and come across and then weld it right on that edge, because I've got the same thing going on right up in there. Bit hard to show you, but there's a big gap there where it's come around this round section. That's all right, I can fix that easy. Once I've got all that ground down, I'll see how it looks, and if I've got to put a little bit more weld in there, I will. Or if I don't, I'll just leave it. And when I seam seal all underneath here, I'll put a bit of seam sealer along there as well. I really just don't think it matters. But after it's grinded, I'll check it out and go from there. Gee, that's ugly. So I've made these pieces of metal here just out of a bit of offcut I had lying around. And what they're going to do is go in here. And there's one for the other side as well. Bit hard to show you up there, but that's going to go all the way up there. So I'll get these tacked in for the moment, and hopefully I'll have all this welding done and I can grind this all back tomorrow and make it look a little bit prettier than it does now. Well, it's pouring outside, so sorry about that rain in the background, all that noise in the background. But I've ground all this down, and that joins okay. Finally, this panel's all joined to this panel, or this brace here. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, so what I've got to do now is just spin it back around again. I've got to do a couple plug welds just right across the back here on this panel. And I may or may not sure yet, put a little bit of angle across here just to sort of cap that off. I'm not sure, I'm having to think about it. So what I've done off camera here is done a few spot welds down this back panel here. And I've joined it to the inner brace here. And what that'll do is it'll stop it from drumming and making noise as you're driving down the road. So for some reason over the years, this little piece here's been cut out of the front. I couldn't tell you why, but anyway, I've made a little piece just to go in here. That'll fill that section there. I'm just gonna MIG this piece in. Probably should have a bottom piece as well. There seems to be a piece missing here as well. But I'll wait until I've got that up off this, as I mentioned earlier. If I put a piece in here, I should be able to get in there and put a piece in there as well. Wow, I'm not too sure what's going on there. For some reason that's just blowing a hole. Now what I'll do is I'll get something up in here and I'll push that out and I'll TIG the rest of that up. Well, I'll MIG the rest of that up. I've got to sort this out too. So I've jacked this up on the rotisserie a bit more and put these spaces in here. Now you can see that I can get into here now and weld a plate up under here as well and weld all this to the frame. As you can see, I only got to here before. There you go. And there's another thing I want to show you. Right up the back here on this rear mounting point, I need to get a weld just in here and along that flat section there. So I've made this little fill-in piece, tiny little angle here, little triangle section. That's going to go in here. I'll get that MIG'd in now too. Well, that's that little patch panel welded in, and when it's all ground back, it'll be fine. Let's face it, you don't even see it when all the car's put together. I just wanted it on there. Well, there's another piece made up, and that's just going to sit in here like that. I'll weld this piece in now as well. Well, there's that all welded in and ground back, and I'm just another step forward. Yeah, I might just have to grind that little bit of weld down there, but I'll do that off camera. Show you that bit as well. Yeah, they both look different, but you know what? Again, it doesn't really matter. I've still got to do up the back here on this side as well. And up in that corner there. Actually, before I call it quits today, I better weld this section here too. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that now. And there's that all welded up as well. All I've got to do is just weld this face here so that when it sits on the chassis, it sits nice and flat. Well, today, I've had the cab completely upside down. And I've been able to work on some things here on the roof and at the top of the dash here that I've not been able to get done before, or it was too hard upside down. Welded a few things up under, right up under the dash support here. That was good to do. And where I missed a couple of things on the roof, and I just went all the way around and double checked that all my welds were done. It just looks so bizarre, completely upside down. And I can still open the doors, both sides, and they open and shut, no problem. So then I know the body's pretty strong if I can do this. And so too are those door hinges.